Hi, everybody. This is the Lucky TJ at Living Metaphysically. Have you been burned by crypto? Last year was an incredible year for Bitcoin, altcoins, etc. And if you were like me and many other people, you may have been having the experience of a lot of things that went right, but perhaps maybe some things didn't go as well as you wanted them to. Were you burned by crypto last year, maybe even this year? Have you been in numerous Telegram groups, following people on YouTube, but you couldn't figure out how you were going to make any money, but yet deep inside you really always wanted to make some money, just wanted to try it again, and just being compelled to know to follow something, knowing that there's a way for you to be able to make money the same as everybody else that you see, and you see them because you follow them on YouTube, but yet in your own life you just didn't figure it out yet. If you have been burned by crypto, I have one thing to say. Stop clowning around. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, welcome to my opinion on Unifii. Why do I believe in Unifii? You know, we all have a reasoning mind, and everybody sits back, hopefully, and thinks of the reasons why they like a thing. you know. So I just want to go ahead and say that these are my personal beliefs only. These are my opinions. And if you want to find out more about Unifii, first of all, use my link, sign up for free right now until Monday. The free signups are going to be going on until Monday. And then teach yourself about Unifii. Like, why are people even bothering to tell you about it? Why would anybody tell you to check it out? What's in it for you? So I asked myself these questions, and I was wondering, like, as when I first heard of Unifii, I was just like you. I didn't know anything about it, but I did trust the team of people that I had become associated with to find out more about it, because I knew that they had been burned last year and part of this year by some of the companies that were crypto companies out there, that some of them were out and out. If they weren't out and out scammed when they first started, they were scams by the end, or they had some sort of thing happen, mismanagement or whatever, where they eventually just could not sustain their platform. And there were plenty of other things in between for me, but I don't know about these other people. It's just that the people that I had become associated with, I already knew that their heart was in the right place, and they had a great deal of marketing skills, and they had managed to build big teams, but they had managed to align with some companies, and it did not work out. So nobody here is a quitter. Although I do know that people do say, "Well, no, I'm going to quit. I don't want to do this anymore." But most people figure out a way to make something work when they know that there's something, they know that there's something good out there for them. There's a learning curve when it comes down to cryptocurrency. So that's one of the reasons why Unifii is a good a good thing to get into. It's because they are providing crypto education. Not only are they providing crypto education, but they're providing um, money, financial in information, or not only information but education, so people can find out um, more about the markets in general, money markets in general, crypto markets. So there's a good purpose for Unifii. because they are providing a solution for people who are new, who don't want to risk and jump into something they don't know, they don't know what they're doing. So being educated, teaching yourself something about the topic is really going to go a long way for most people. So that's what I've actually been doing for the last actually when I get involved in anything and I want to find out more about it, I just boot camp it, crunch it, like I just find out as much as I can. And I've been studying um, the company vision, the CEO, CTO, CMO, the marketing team that I'm associated with. And I've been liking it. The more information that I, put into my mind, the more I have a sense that this is actually an opportunity that is probably not going to come around. They say, it's hard to say like, oh, this is once in a lifetime, or that kind of thing. But you know, I actually do think that this company has everything in it that I personally align with because of their vision, for one. So on the Unifii website, they have recordings, replays of the webinars that they've had. The CEO has been giving webinars every week, and they have those posted there. So because I hadn't seen them at first when I, made a couple of videos, I hadn't seen all of those. I saw a couple of links, but I didn't know that there's the 5 videos were there. So I've been actually listening to those a couple of times so I can really understand this company and understand like why did they even come up with what they were doing. So I just want to like say that, obviously this is what I'm saying is these are my personal beliefs. These are just my opinions. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not giving you anything other than one person's opinion about something that I think is really, really good. So you can go and you can watch, you can go and find out for yourself what I am even talking about by watching one of the recordings. So that answers the question, why Unifii, more or less, as far as why, or at least how I came to start asking the question, why Unifii? So who's Ron Monterulli? So if you look him up, you'll see that he was a co-founder of 3T Networks. And this is important because this is a man who has a lot of experience and he can pull off, I know that's been a big difference between success and failure, particularly in the crypto space, because some of the other times that I was joining any programs, the people in the team, it was a lot of hype. So, I admit, I was in a little bit of FOMO. I was like, oh, a whole bunch of people are doing this. I'll get into it. I'll put a little money in. I won't lose anything. I won't care if I lose a small amount of money. But I'm different than that now. I don't want to align with anything that I think it has a possibility of losing. So that's one of the other reasons why I like Unifii, because it has a lot of good things. And my experience from last year is telling me that, for one thing, they have a degree of transparency. You can already see who they are. They're not invisible, hiding behind a website where you don't know who they are, that, what experience they have, if you can trust them, what is their vision, and yeah, you could get fooled by somebody who says, oh, I have a vision for this or that. But, you kind of have to feel whether or not you can trust them. And I do feel that I can trust the vision of Ron Monterulli, just because when I listen to him talk, I get the sense that he already has success. He already has money. And that, so just like he says in the video, at the age that he is, he's, noticing that he has the capability of having a big impact in the world. And, that actually happens to people. everybody in the world is not a loser type or a selfish type. There's a lot of people who really want something for the beyond something that's beyond their immediate self. Like for example, I have a global vision as well. I'd like to see people be the best person or the person that they were born to be, because I believe that there are a lot of people who really where they're at right now, they aren't accessing who they really could be. That person inside that has those dreams. It could be any dream. It doesn't have to be financial dreams, but whatever are those dreams. I see a lot of people who are walking around me that seem as though they're almost dead. Like they're in jobs where like they have a sort of a blank look, or it's just like their demeanor, like they don't seem to be really happy just from the energy that they're giving out. So my point is that a vision is important. So this company has a vision, and I align with their vision. They would like to see the financial success and wealth redistributed into the hands of people who wouldn't ordinarily have banking, and that's really important. It's like I wasn't really thinking that much about people in parts of the world who didn't have access to the banking. I was really used to like having my own banking. Like we all are here in the States probably don't even think twice that we can bank in fiat money. We have banks on, or two or three banks, like right in our neighborhood next, in this, lots of banks. We can bank online. We can do a lot of things. So cryptocurrency actually solves that problem in the world, because there are other countries where people don't have those conveniences. And it's important for people, to be able to have access to some sort of currency so that they can live, so that they can have the necessary things that they want, not only for their survival, but for other things, like whatever is that they want to do with money. Money doesn't have to be limited only to just like, the wealthy as it stands now. So you probably are aware that there's, I forget, like, was it 2% of people in the world, or 3 or whatever, that own and have the distribution of wealth in their favor, and there's a whole other percentage of the world population that doesn't have that much money, comparatively speaking. So the 3 people that are associated, well, who are the CEO, CTO, and CMO, and I think I have the right name for I needed to look that up before I made the video, and I apologize if I said the wrong person. But I've been watching the videos with John Kinnear, who is the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and Ron Monterulli. So what you can do is you can go onto the website. See, the thing is, I'm the kind of person who goes and researches, and I research a lot, so then I'll watch a video, watch it again, understand it. I actually have a person on my team who was telling me that that's what he does. He goes and he re-listens, and he re-listens so that he can get like a very informed opinion, and that's what I feel like too. So I really encourage you to do the same thing, because that's the only way you can find you can, well, I don't know if that's the only way, but it's one way for you to be able to understand why this company is the value that it is. So with these 3 people at the helm leading this incredible vision for this company, I know that with their experience in in being a CEO of a company, being a founder of a company, being in marketing for many years, with John Kinnear, Dan Dewar. Apparently, even though I only heard him talk about the platform, you can hear that yourself. When he talked about it, because I'm in IT, I understood what he was talking about, making sure it's scalable. So when they talk about the company and what they've done to make the company work, you will hear for yourself what they, everything, and you will be able to prove it to yourself when you go to the website, because you will see that it is very fluid and it's very in place. So um, I'm doing some of the work for you, and also you can do some of the work for yourself. So is the company sustainable? Yeah. I started crunching some of the numbers of like how you would get paid in as an affiliate. And as far as being a customer, the most important thing about this company, there's several things that are important about the company. One is that I think that the reason they exist is the most important thing, because they have the vision of really helping the world's population be able to have wealth, people who would inhabit. And the second thing that I think is important is how they came up with being able to make that happen, and the skills and experience that they are bringing to make it so that it happens and make it easy, and that it's sustainable. So when you crunch the numbers and you see that, so as a customer, you're going to be able to. So let's move on to another side. But one more thing I will talk about later is why join our team. So I was just saying that the products are really, really good. So that's another way. That's one of the ways. There's several ways to make money with this. And so as I listen to them talk about the company making money, affiliates, et cetera, et cetera, I had a lot of questions. And the more that I took in, what was being said and sifted down, it started to make a lot of sense. So I guess I'll read some of my notes, even though I'd said them already. It's important for you. This is this is part of an email I wrote to some people on my team. It's important for you to hear why Unifii exists, what their vision is for the world, and the technical platform the website is built on, so it can support the company's expansion, which I already talked about a little bit. Here are a few notes I made, but please watch or listen to this yourself, maybe a few times, so you have a firm grasp. So you'll hear Ron talk about a handout and a hand up. So when he first said that, I was like, what do you mean, a handout? So this company is in place to be able to allow people to be able to easily, I would say, this is my interpretation. So this is not what he said. But he did say the words, a handout and a hand up. So a handout is a way to help people. So Unifii is here to help people. So he talked about where they even got the word Unifii, university and financial put together. So helping people, and so educating people is helping people, and educating people financially is helping people. So a handout, creating a way to help people to get money, and then a hand up to educate them about how to use the money to be able to sustain themselves and know more about fees. There's a lot there's a lot to have these tools versus just not knowing anything. And I just think that it's such a cool idea that Ron is up to, this particular vision. So again, it's sustainable. If you crunch the numbers, you will see how it can be. You just go into the the pay plan, and you will see how that works, where this money's coming from. And then also, when they talk about give it a year, that was another highlight, that I wrote down when I listened. So, this company has if you're an affiliate in this company, there's a matrix, and it's ingenious, I think, because how it works is that it will automatically fill to next person, next person, next person. So you're already getting a help. And when you think in long term, a year down the road, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, or however long, you can see how a company like this can stay around. And because that's one of the worries, because last year there were companies that seemed like they were doing so great, and then all of a sudden, whoo, boy, they crashed and burned like after a year or after a year and a few months. So, do I trust Unify to be able to stay around, to give it a year? There's yes, and there's some other companies that they have some staking going on. So if you don't know what staking is in the crypto world, when you have a coin, if you hold on to it, they will give you usually some percentage, because it's a proof of work. So when you hold on to it, it's not being spent, which means that it can't, like those particular coins you're holding on to can't affect the market price in so much that if somebody's selling it and making the price go down. So staking is really the way what replaced lending platforms. So long story short, back to give it a year right here. Um, I do think that this company will be around for years to come. That's their vision, that's their goal, and you know what? I'm going to ride right on with them. So your choice in our vision is to generate wealth around the world and have a I should put significant impact on the world. So that's what I guess it should be impact. Sorry. Um, so that's what their vision is. So that's what I want for people. I want people to have a lot of things. Like I want people to have wealth, health, um, their vision and goals, their dreams, peace, connection, connected to the planet. So all of that is in alignment with what I personally want. So that's another reason why I'm like, okay, so I like it. Residual income will pay more than referral income. So that's another way that this company is supporting people is to create residual income. Now, residual income is really fascinating, isn't it? Why? Because residual income frees up your time. You're not trading out your time all the time. Like, if you have to spend your whole life, there's some people who spend their whole lives, or who spent their whole lives working in a 9 to 5 job that didn't even really pay, like, that never was even six figures, or wasn't even half of that necessarily. And they had their life and they were happy. And I'm not putting anything down, but I am saying that there's a lot of people who spend a lot of time out of the precious time of life that we have from our lifespan of being born to the time we die. That's the only thing we really have is our time. And the time that we spend with our time is valuable. And the time that we spend with our families and loved ones, or having adventures, or doing things that are creative, those I do believe are the things that we are actually put here to do. Not really just like work some job that you don't even care about. You just go in every day so you can make that money, so you can have the basic survival of, oh, you have a house, and oh, you have a car, and then you go on a vacation 2 weeks every year, or 3 or 4, or whatever. Residual income takes a big burden off of people and allows people to actually live better. So that's how come I was always interested in residual income, and thank God I found Unify, or actually God found it for me, because the residual income is very, very lucrative for affiliates. And then you can make income by using the products, using the signals, trading, using the altcoins. So there's a lot of ways to make money with this program. So matching bonuses as affiliates contribute to overall residual income. And so in general, I suggest you watch all of the videos in the section of on the Unifii website, in the section resources, webinars, and then you can see for yourself and hear for yourself more about the company, so that when you have these questions, you'll have, or if someone asks you, then you'll know. So I just want to have just a few more slides, and then I'm just going to close. Disclaimer. So when I read this, I really understand. Every time so for me, when I'm repeating information, then I really seem to understand it better. So the disclaimer that they have: Unifii Corporation LLP delivers trade strategy signals, alerts, research, analysis, and convenient tools that are sent to subscribing members via email, mobile app, and website member access. So another thing that I heard on the video is that they considered how the information was going to be delivered, and the number one way that they knew they would need to perfect would be via the mobile app, so that people, because most people are carrying a cell phone, not as many people are like trying to be on their computer messing around with signals as it probably used to be. So they're making it easy for signals to be delivered. And you can hear more about that. They're going to be using Telegram. There's two types of signals. One is daily signals, and for now, and one is live signals. So you'll be able to access that, and they've done a good job with the mobile app. And there's no customization, review, or consultation of the member's personal financial objectives, situation, or need. And that's important, because you need to understand that Unifii is providing education, but they're not telling you what to do and how to do it with your money. They're just giving you some things that you maybe wouldn't have had yourself, or maybe you would need, so, we can all get on the internet and look up ICOs, look at trading analysis, but how hard is it, or how easy is it to understand Fibonacci and trade analysis over what periods of time for different coins? And then it's kind of deep. It's not like everybody, I'm sure anybody who puts their mind to it possibly can do it, but when you have experts who have had success with it, then, and you can prove that they have had the success that they claim, then you can follow them and make some money. So they always say, Ron has said many times that there's not going to be like perfection where you have the signals 100%, but how trading works in general, and this is what my interpretation of what he's saying, and what my observation has been for the over year and a half that I've been in crypto, not year and a half, but year and some months, is that you're gonna win some, and you're gonna have some losses, but the goal is that you're gonna have higher percentages, and you're going to make money. So the education part is going to teach you what markets are like, and that's going to be exciting for people, because a lot of people have no idea. Like, it's just like even with stock markets, they see it on TV, and they're like, that's interesting, or they hear like some stuff. There are many people who do have information, and they do know how to trade. There are plenty of traders. I have people that I know who trade, who've done really well. But there's a whole lot of people who don't, particularly with crypto. All right, so next would be the member is free to act or not to act on the information provided. All information is provided uniformly to the member base without modification or consideration of any personal situation or needs. So that means that individually you're not getting any advice, but you can, just like you would go to the library and pull out a book and read. That's what that's what Unifii is offering. Unifii is not a registered investment advisor and does not provide professional financial investment advice specific to your financial and life situation. Unifii is strictly an automated algorithmic market analysis tool that produces strategy trade signals according to the set of funds provided to it for its analysis. So when you're involved with Unifii, you can be a customer. Well, we're all going to be customers, whether we're affiliates or not. And then we'll be having a subscription to the product. That's basically what that's saying. Seek the advice of a registered investment advisor if you are unsure of the suitability of using Unifii, or the suitability of a particular fund, or the suitability of a particular Unifii strategy for helping to achieve your personal investment objectives. And that's another thing about that I learned from last year, was to have an objective. Like last year, I had no idea what I was doing, and I had no idea about setting any goals, what objective I had, how much money was I willing to lose, spend, how was I going to track my portfolio. So when you're green, you may not have all these things, but most definitely, part of the education part is to let people know that having some sort of way of knowing what you're doing, and what you want to achieve, and have a goal, that's part of being educated in the market space, in not only crypto. It's just financial. It's a financially sound thing, basically. Trading is inherently risky, and not all trades will be successful. You will experience losing trades if you trade, and Unifii recommends that you always follow strict risk management rules, and to never trade with funds that you cannot afford to lose. Sound advice. The real vision. The Unifii suite of products were specifically designed to accomplish one thing: to enable you to take complete control of your financial success as simply as possible. And that's really what most people want. Oh, listen to that. Each success begins with knowledge. Prosperity U is your beginning point, guiding each of your early steps so that you need not worry or struggle as you get started. Prosperity U is the educational platform. Effective simplicity extends to both our daily and live signals products, purposely constructed whether your schedule only allows for 5 minutes a day, as much minuets a day, as much trading time as you want, or anything in between. Unified platforms have you covered. The uniform product line, the Unifii product line consists of Prosperity U, education, daily signals, live signals, and an altcoin report. And you can also become an affiliate, where you can make money with a referral bonus, matrix bonus, and a matching bonus. Real opportunity is what they're saying. Profitable is a key benefit of an effectively designed financial product. Ease of sharing is equally as important. In fact, sharing the Unifii line of products is the cornerstone of our dynamic affiliate program. Unifii offers 3 distinct bonuses to maximize the benefits of sharing your success with those around you. We provide a simple track to run on. All you need to do is set your goals and get started. So with that, I'm going to close, but I want to say a couple more things about our marketing team, because the world vision of being able to get this information out to people, basically is in the hands of the affiliates. So I'm really loving that I am in a position to help other people to become wealthy, really, because that's the opportunity here in Unifii. I mean, that's what I see. I've been thinking about this a lot. I see the marketing plan. I see the product's not out yet, but I see the potential of the product. And from what I've been hearing on the webinars, I believe that the product is going to deliver what they say it's going to deliver. And let me tell you why. Why is because there's tons of signals out there, And so it's not as though it's like so hard that, well, that's not what I mean. But what I am saying is that for them to come up with a good product is a very realistic idea. Plus, the educational product, is kind of, uh, I'm not going to say it's a no-brainer, but it's like, yes, there's other companies that are putting out these educational products. So these products make a lot of sense. They are needed in the world. And of course, when you have the experience then that Ron has, then he can put together, I'm certain, like products that are really going to make a difference in people's lives. So you don't need, like, I actually went back and looked at some videos for 3T Network so that I could see, like, what was that about? And so I know that whatever Ron brings to the table, I'm sure that there's a level of expertise and professionalism that is coming along with it. So, I trust it, and I know that I'm going to use the products and, because I'm going to make money, obviously. So, the marketing team that I'm aligned with are experts. They've generated, millions of dollars. Their goals are, millions more dollars with being able to be in this wonderful opportunity that has a great world vision, but also a comp plan that's just dynamic. It's a matrix, like I told you. When you get 10 directs, you get another position a free position in the matrix that you can put anywhere, and you can be in our groups and get a lot of support. So this is one of the times in my life where I've never ever ever had the kind of support that I have now, and it's so intense and at such a fast pace that and communicating. They're highly communicating, like, so I'm in another program. I'm in a couple of other programs, before I found this one, and because I like diversifying. I like multiple streams of income. um and there's one program that I'm in. I mean, they're like the anti-communicators almost. I mean, not, I shouldn't say it that way. That's not as loving as I mean. I mean, they're loving. I'm sure they're going to be awesome because I believe in them. But the one distinct difference between the type of marketing and support that they're doing is that they have they're not supporting. I mean, they're not in the same fashion that makes it easy for me, a person like me. I'm the kind of person who, yes, I'm going to be using technology. Yes, I'm going to be on Facebook. I don't mind reading the posts. I don't mind following the steps. I don't mind having the content created for me and being able to be able to do the marketing. That's what we're doing. We're doing intense marketing and running ads, doing everything. Funnel. So funnel is provided, all of that. So all of that stuff and communication. So people can ask questions. Um, there's so much help and so much support. There's webinars, like where you can ask questions. So this is the best. This is the best situation I've ever been in personally. And that's what this video that I made is about, for me to share my personal experience and invite you to be in our team. I won't even say my team. Yes, of course I want you on my team, but we are part of this big family type team where everyone is helping everybody. Everybody's sharing information, and using a lot of tools. And so, there's a lot of people I noticed that the way they act is like they hate communication when they won't answer emails or read the Facebook. Maybe they don't have time. I thought about that today, and I was thinking about how, and yesterday too, about how swapping out time that is being more time being not quite wasted, because all time is valuable, because our lives are valuable, just the fact that we are here on the planet. But what I noticed for myself is that I had to understand how I was using my time. So I was going to be on, if I was going to be on Facebook anyway, just looking and reading posts, even though the posts were, interesting about either friends or people or pictures and weddings or events or, singing and things that I'm interested in and all that. But if I would be just for hours, like sitting there, like on Facebook, then I could actually be in this program, be in the groups on Facebook, and learning how to make money online so that I could be living the lifestyle of time freedom and making money that I was looking at other people doing. I mean, that was something, it took a while for me to see, like, that I was spending a lot of time, more or less, kind of in a way wasting, meaning that if I would define wasting as, where actually I don't think it was making my life significantly better and expanding my life in the way that I wanted it to be, because I was still, I wasn't moving forward in the direction of my dreams and goals. I was sitting around like spending hours, like, on Facebook, or, even before I stopped, watching TV and movies, whatever. And it's not like I don't want to be entertained. I mean, I went to see Cirque du Soleil last night. It was really great. But passive income, residual income, that's always been something I wanted. And now I see that, here's a super viable way for me to get it. And I don't have to figure out how to build how to build a big team. Like, I don't know if you know how to build a big team, but I sure never knew. And, all under just my own ideas, you know, uh, I had another team that it was okay, but I just didn't have I didn't have the techniques, tools, methods, I just didn't have the training. So this is a good place. Being on our team is a great place to get the marketing training that if you've ever wanted to be an online marketer, and actually, you know, this is, and live and be able to generate the income that you sort of dreamed about, then you probably can do it in this opportunity. All right. So my voice is getting dry. Yes, I've gone on and on and on. And I'm telling you, from my heart and my experience, what I think about the Unifii opportunity coupled with the marketing team that I'm associated with. And if you would like to check it out, then use my link. It's in the description. And let me just say that Unifii has been in a pre-launch for some weeks, or I'm not sure how many months, but we go live on Monday. That's going to be June the 18th. And then from that time, the next 11 days after that till the end of the month, then the system is then people will be able to pay. So you'll see, so when you look at the videos, you look at, you can find out to get a subscription, you'll be paying $279, which is a one-time fee. If you want to be an affiliate, it's $29. I don't know if it's $29.99, but anyway, $29, maybe $30, not 30, but 29 something, to become an affiliate. Which to me, all of this is so reasonable, especially compared to what I spent last year in lots of stuff, even ads. And then $79 a month, in general for affiliates. So it's so doable. And so once everybody is paying and they in the matrix, when they start to purge people who didn't pay, then positions will be opening up. But right now, you still have a couple of days to be able to get your free positions. And just like I told you, one of the most unique and wonderful things about the compensation plan is that once you get 10 directs, you get an additional position for every 10. So if you really wrap your mind around, I know it's a lot to cram in if you're just being exposed to Unifii, and even if you've been in it for a little while, but when you wrap your mind around this compensation plan and the matrix and how you can have multiple positions, you can see how when you share this opportunity with people, how the vision of financial wealth distribution is going to be accomplished. And there are plenty of people who are, building. So it's a joyful thing, really. It's a joyful thing to think about the future of people who whose lives are being changed this very moment by being in this opportunity. All right. So if you like this video and my channel, like and subscribe, and set the notification bell so when I put out a new video, you'll have one. My motto is question everything so that you can see what's in the way of you having your dream. I also have another channel. It's called Discover the I Am Within, to improve your life, and that's one of the ones actually that this is going to be my main focus after getting the, well, actually it's going to coincide, it's going to be right at the same time, basically. Get it together so that it will be a place where people can come and like see other perspectives on how to live life and release like lots of stuff, fears, states of mind, consciousness, feelings that may be in the way, blocking you, stuff like that. So that's what I'm up to in life. And so thank you for watching this video, and have a fantastically wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever that is. All right. Peace out.